Good. We are live. And one of the things that I fancy, John, which I'm sure you can relate to, welcome everyone, we're live, is remodeling, right? Or refurbishing. So I've got this garage that this is a topic, everyone. We're going to get to a topic here in just a minute, but I've got this garage, which so the house was built in 1973. And a lot of updates have been done and, very nice. Okay, but I've got this garage, which apparently the guy before had like a auto shop or something going on. Let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. You guys will get a kick out of this. So here we go. Share screen, photos, bam. So I took a couple of shots of the garage wall after ripping the wood off of it. So they had like wood nailed to this is like a stucco, and this is a front wall. So there's actually, framing. The rest of the house is block, okay, but this is an interior wall. In fact, I'm facing the other side of this wall right now. This would be the front wall of my office. So it's the front wall of the garage. They oppose each other. And but look at this filth, right? There's that. But wait, there's more. So yeah, there's another shot, right? And you can see that the floor is all, yeah, right. So I'm going to epoxy the floor as well. Maybe somebody can give me some tips on that. And here's the other side. This is the, HVAC system, right? Apparently they ran something into the wall. I guess being an auto shop, every now and then you're going to run something into the wall. So this is all smashed up, and you can see where I pulled all these, like they had millions of holes, right? Banged into the stucco. And I didn't even know this was stucco. Here's where they had some shelves mounted, right? And Linda Landry enlightened me. I was like, it's like the sandy kind of like hard. It's not just like drywall, like, sheetrock. It's like some sort of a concretion or something. I don't know what this is. She said stucco. I thought stucco was only for the outside of houses. Well, guess what? Here it is on the inside, right? Anyway, you guys should see the transformation that is taking place in this garage. You guys want to see that right now? I mean, do you care enough to see that? Yeah.
Hey, that repair there in your wall, that's where they ripped it out and they repaired something and they didn't patch it up very well.
Yeah, they did crappy patchwork.
Maybe there was a pipe leak or something back there. They had to get access into that wall.
Right. All right. So since we're on this topic, which isn't our topic for today, let me go show you the transformation.
I used to own a homeowner's insurance repair company years ago.
There you go. Well, I mean, we bought it, the way it is. Obviously, we're not done. This is still a staging area for lots of stuff. Okay. So there's what that looks like. But here's the front wall of the garage now. So I got to wrap. Yeah, there you go. Look at that transformation, right? So that was all the banged up wall on this side of the HVAC system. And here is the other wall, perfectly clean. I wound up putting my box there and, even painted up there. We're going to do the ceiling as well. They got some ceiling fans up here, which are kind of decrepit. So I'll go ahead and do the ceilings as well. All this wood is coming out. We'll do some nice metal racks. And of course, I've been working on the attic. So you can see there's
right on
attic. Yeah, I got my dual band. Got my dual band antenna going in, right? So everybody knows about ham radio. You know what that is, right? So yeah, it's coming together. But look at that transformation. Oh, I didn't even show you, like all this, the wiring was all like old, just awful. So you could see, like here's, I even did a little bit over here just to kind of test colors. There's before and after. Huh?
Wow.
Before and after, baby.
Did you plaster the holes? How'd you cover them?
It's a stucco patch. Sorry, guys, if you're waiting for philosophy.
Okay.
This right here. So, which is really nasty stuff. Don't breathe it. It's not like spackle where, it's just chalk or whatever. This is like a chemical plasticizers. I don't know all the tech, but yeah, this stuff it's light. It's not like a heavy spackle, but and it's got sand in it. So it's stucco patch. You put it on, and a couple hours later, it's as hard as a rock. So
when do you find time to do this? Because I still don't believe you even go to the bathroom.
You could see some of the evidence I don't know if you can see that. I mean, some of it's not
No.
perfectly brand new stucco. I mean, you could see where my spackle knife got a little bit,
Perfect and done is better than perfect and
perfect and done. Nice, beautiful. All right, guys, what are we talking about here today?
We're
What I
talking
wanted to
about,
talk.
you need to make sure your attic floor is finished and you need to get an attic drop down ladder. So climb up
Yeah,
attic stairs. Absolutely got to
yeah.
get attic stairs.
Okay, well, yeah, they're like, what, $300 for the pull down stairs thing? So,
Yeah. But
okay,
have it professionally installed. There's a lot of different weight things that you have to consider, and they may have to actually cut another door or something, but
there you go. All right, well, we have a lot of considerations. So me and John Apogee are in remodeling mode. All right, let me see. Do I have my sound hooked up again? You guys can hear me okay?
yes.
All right, good. We are back. Wait, let me just get my speakers going here so I can hear you properly. USB codec. Okay, great. Now we are live. All right, so what I wanted to talk with you about here today was something that just happened just this morning. So, so the topic shall be dealing with difficult people. Does anybody want to know about how to deal with difficult people? All right. So one of the business projects that some of us are involved with here have to do with dealing with leads. So here's the public. They responded to an advertisement and they raised their hand and saying, I'd like more information. Okay. So that's, we just set the scene, right? So I don't know these people. And all I know is that, we paid money to like get in communication with these people and then show them our offer, right? So it's standard marketing. And sometimes these people are difficult. Has anybody experienced that where like, but yeah, Missy, I knew Missy did. Instantly, I was thinking of Missy. Okay, Catherine, epoxy floors, yes, I'm a player for that. It's going to be the last thing, the walls, ceiling, everything else, racks, right? And then floors are last. But anyway, so I had these leads that I sent out to some of my business partners, and one of them was an interesting incident. So very nice lady contacted this lead and said, hey, with like a voice memo, right to their phone number. You can get the voice memo right on your phone. Hey, I'm so-and-so with the group. I'd love to set up some time to talk with you about the thing. And the person responded back, never contact me again, or I will contact the authorities. I will report you, you heinous, whatever, right? And so she just marked it off as, well, not interested, right? Psycho something, right? I got to thinking about this because I was just going through some statistics and, leads and looking what's happening with this person, that person, because we paid money to talk to these people, right? And I was like, this guy, okay, there's a couple different things that could happen here. Either he is a crazy person, in which case that's the end of the whole communication cycle. Fine, go be a crazy person. Maybe somebody put his information in as a lead, as a prank or something. I don't know. Like I've been on so many lists that I never opted into. Maybe somebody, thinks that's funny. I don't know. Okay. Which leads me to the other idea is maybe this guy is just getting so many robocalls and Nigerian prince and every scam known to man and solar power and what's the other one? Insurance, car insurance. I think in England, Mandy, don't you have the double glazing scam, right? Where, you need to get new windows or something. I don't know. I've heard of all these kinds of things where people are impinging on you and you didn't ask for it. Well, this guy did ask for it. He wanted to get in communication with somebody, right? So I texted him back today. I said, hey, I'm John. I'm one of the project managers here with the group that you, I think, requested information from. We got a really, scathing and rude response. So I'm thinking one of two things. One, you're a crazy person. Okay. In which case we don't need to talk anymore. Or two, you just assumed, understandably, that this is just another robocall or, whatever. In which case, I understand. But we're actually real people here. And if you'd like to talk, well then, hit me back and we'll talk like, civilized people. About an hour later, here came the text. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. It was you guys. I thought it was another one of these damn insurance people. They call and they leave the message like I asked for their call, right? Hey, I'm getting back to you. You know, so and so. We got the insurance thing and the other online business scam and everything else. I am so sorry. Please contact me. I am so interested in hearing about what you guys are doing. I'm available today. Anyway, guess who I'm talking to as soon as we're done here. And I'm going to sell him. I am. Because now he's obligated, right? Yeah. Yeah. So what just happened here? What just happened is something that I talk about again and again with people I'm training or attempting to train in terms of being successful in sales and communications and all this. You guys have heard me talk about the imbalance of intention and attachment. The imbalance of intention and attachment. We're heavy on intention. I intend to deliver the benefits. How do I do that? By selling them the offer, right? I intend, 100%. I intend, okay? But I'm not attached to the outcome. I hope for their sake they buy it. If it's good and right for them, well then buy it, right? I like buying stuff all the time. I take whatever solutions are workable for me. So because I'm not attached, I could remain objective in the face of the scathing, rude communication, right? And I could just continue to intend to deliver benefits to the guy. Intention didn't go away. My level of interest in this guy experiencing the wonders of, the offer that we have here is not diminished by his outburst. Now, if he came back or didn't come back at all, or if he came back and was like, screw you, and okay, fine, I got it. I got the message. Okay, but I'm not thrown off by something which in this case was an erroneous assumption, right? First rule of business, assume nothing. And yeah, it's easy to group everything together, all inbound texts from unknown numbers are scams, all of them. Well, no, they're not. Okay, but that's where sane people can have differentiation and of course in this guy's case can observe, wow, I made an error. Forgive me. Fantastic. I can't wait to meet this guy. So what a great way to kick off a potentially a long relationship. So what's the moral of the story? The moral is, if you're dealing with difficult people, do it as objectively as you can. I don't like when people say, screw you, I'll report you to the authorities and all that. Okay. I don't like that. But as a guy who manages a team of business people, right, I've got to, and what I did this morning, I saw the bigger scene here. I thought, what are the possibilities? What would trigger something like that? And I don't know. Let me find out. Right? I got a few ideas. And sure enough, right? Now, had I been all emotionally involved, defensive, right? You guys know, if you're dealing with difficult people, it's easy to get defensive. It's easy to assert your rightness and defend your position on stuff. Okay. Let's say that we were further down the road in the sales process, right? And someone's throwing an objection at you. You could perceive that as a difficult person to deal with. They're objecting. They're not buying. Okay. Well, what is that really? That is, they still don't know, right? They're still ignorant about the benefits that could be theirs and why their objection clearly can be overcome with evidence and facts and features, benefits, advantages, whatever, right? So, but if you are, well, now this person's objecting, their objection is not a rejection. See, there's the difference. There's the non-attachment. There's the objectivity of it all. So in the face of an objection, you can be objective, not subjective, not all frantic. You can see, here's a great way to deal with that. Here's a person who's saying, well, I don't want it because this and this and this, right? And you could say, yeah, I understand. I wouldn't want it either if that was the case, if that's this and this. And they're like, oh, you mean that's not what it is? Well, no. I mean, do you think I'd be talking to you about that? I mean, and I'm being vague now because you can fit this into any objection in any kind of a thing where people have assumptions which are erroneous. right? Well, this is just like the other thing, right? That's why I don't want this, because it's just like the other thing. So they got positioning in their mind in terms of, market positioning. And it's like, well, clearly they're not seeing the point of differentiation between the other thing, which they didn't want, and this thing, which I think they will want if they just know what it is, right? So I could say, yeah, I mean, just like the other thing, I wouldn't want it either. So now I'm agreeing with them, because look, a man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. So I'm not going to look, I'd rather have a compelling offer than a winning argument. And I love winning arguments. Missy, I know, loves winning arguments. Okay. But I mean, given the choice between winning the argument and compelling the person to buy, to participate, to convert, to come over to your side, right? To leave the dark side. I'll take the conversion, right? I've heard it said, you could be right, I'll be rich, right? Okay, great. So what is that? What does that reveal? That reveals that I've never learned anything by being right. And sometimes I just need to learn stuff. Well, okay, well, let me learn. What does this person really mean by this? Or are they just expressing ignorance, which is typically the case, right? Well, let's enlighten them. Okay, but I'm not going to be able to enlighten them if I'm not, open to hearing their side of it. So enough of me asserting my rightness. I know, and I know that I know what they don't know. Okay. But for them to accept a learning experience, an enlightening experience, instruction, consultation, right? Whatever, we're talking about here, for them to be able to accept that, they've got to have some level of affinity for me. And what's the better way? Is there any better way to increase one's affinity for you, even if they're being difficult, than to know that they've been heard, understand them, acknowledge them, and find some way to agree. I'm being very careful with that one. Okay. Because it's not all just about agreement, blind agreement. No, we don't want that. Okay. But find something you can like about that person, something you can agree with that person. I agree with you. I mean, I wouldn't buy this either if that was the case. Oh, it's not the case. Oh yeah. Now we can talk. I'm on your side. See, I'm sitting on your side of the table. I'm not your opponent across the table from you throwing darts, right? I'm with you on this. I'm your partner in this. So this we could call consultative selling. And when I talk about selling, it's not just the act of selling or the profession of selling itself, but the whole communication cycle that can occur and does occur throughout life, right? Here's me, my daughter. Okay. So I'm not her opponent. So there is some agreement there. There is some partnership going on there. There's some, consultation. And I know the word consultation has gotten kicked around so much that consultation equals sales pitch. Okay, fine. But consultative selling, which is what I've been involved in for decades, it works, right? Because look, people love to buy. They hate to be sold. Okay, they love to buy. From who? From a trusted advisor. Trust. What's the other word that goes with that? Credibility. Trust and credibility. If we can augment those two things with people, if we can show up as credible and trustworthy in the lives of people, well, my goodness, sell me, what are you selling? But let's buy something. I may be making this sound too simple. And look, I don't know if the guy's going to buy. I just know that he's in communication with me now. So the likelihood of him buying is through the friggin' roof. Plus now he's obligated because he was a dick and I was more evolved than he was. And now we get to go ahead and have I see I've got altitude now. What do you guys think of this? And this is just my real world right now, present time, for real. This happened just before we got on. Can you use this, Missy?
Something happened to me last night with 2 different leads. So I called this lady whose name was on the list, brand new lead. And thank God I pronounced her name right, Southern. And I said, hi, I'm calling about the Patriot Switch, whatever that you filled out. I didn't fill out any form. She got like really upset. She goes, I have not filled out anything. I don't fill out anything. I don't do that. And I said, well,
Wow.
Do you think maybe your husband could have filled it out? She goes, oh, I'll bet he did. Hold on. She calls him in the room. And she said, did you put my name on a form? And he goes, yeah. So we both triangulated against him for like 5 minutes. And it turned out she used to work for this company. and had a lot of people under her. She goes, I told you it was this company. And I thought she was going to hang up. She's talking to her husband. I told you. He left the room. He was like scared shitless. And so she comes back to me and she says, I apologize for being upset. That's okay. I would be too if somebody signed my name to a form. So, I understand if she goes, no, you don't understand. I used to sell it. She goes, oh, I said, that's great. I said, you know what? I said, forget the thing. I'm having this problem because I said, I'm new. I said, maybe can you recommend a product for me? Because I've written all over my couch by accident. I keep dropping pens and that's my office. She goes, oh yes, you need this, that, and that. I said, okay. And thank you so much because you're helping me. But it's genuine. I was being genuine. And I said, well, so is this like a no, you're not interested in coming back? She goes, well, no, wait. She goes, she said, do they still sell the dog stuff? I said, no. She goes, oh, then it's been quite a while since I've been back. She goes, I'm going to go look. It's a good cause and I'll get back to you. She says, if I see a difference, I want to help the cause. So I said, good. I said, either way, it's okay. You've already done your part and I'm sure you're doing your part in other ways too. So thank you for the time. He was dead that night. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
So did I do good?
I think you did great. I would have, hopefully you sent her enough, sales materials and stuff that she could, rediscover for herself all the wonders and benefits, right?
Well, she knows the address, but I sent it to you.
There you go. But that communication that just happened was beautiful. So you maintained objectivity. Well, maybe it was your husband. Right now, if you were just defensive and, oh my goodness, she's attacking me, you may not have come up with, all these ideas are already out here, but we've got to have enough free attention that we can grab them. If we're all bound up and introverted or something, well, then you can't see anything, right? But you just saw, it was probably your husband, wasn't it? Yeah, let's gang up on him. Now you got to.
With his tail under his legs because she said, don't you ever, she was getting loud because he was leaving the room. Don't you ever sign my name to a form.
We gotta have this person in our group. We gotta have. Okay, very good.
I want you to be proud of me because I'm evolving. Normally that would have made me very defensive because she was
right.
So upset,
yeah,
but I don't do that anymore.
Well, you get it. It's nothing personal. Who the hell is Missy? I don't know. I'm going to attack Missy now. I might as well attack the man in the moon. Like what? Right? So awesome. Wow, Missy. Very, very, very well done. We're just getting going. I'd love to talk to that lady and her husband. I'm sure he's recovered since then. Let's get Virginia out here. Hey,
I say y'all are better men than me, Gangadin.
All right.
Because I would look at these people as my first reaction. Let me back up. Mm-hmm. I have used your philosophy. Oh, let me try to see what's going on. Let me try to solve. Let me try to, see what I can nurture and fix. And that's not low-hanging fruit. Okay. That's way high up, complicated. If they're going to jump on me and bite my head off when they have no idea, that's an underlying issue that's going to crop up again and again with these people, I think. So maybe not. Maybe it's just the pandemic. Maybe it's all these things that we're going through. But I just say that I applaud you for going the extra mile. I did something today. I've had a lot of things I'm discovering about my car and stuff this week, but I went, pulled in. This was, I don't know if it's a difficult person or just an annoying person. I pulled into the auto place at 8:30 for my appointment. There's nobody else in the lot. We've got snow everywhere. I'm trying to make sure I park where other people get by. I'm going to get out and whips in next to me, this other lady, and she looks at me and she's like grabbing her stuff to get out of the car and get into the door before I do. And it was all I could do. I want to say, if you hurry, you can get in before me and be in front of me. Because even though I got here first, whatever. And so she did her thing and I just waited and I'm trying to bite my tongue and I'm trying to be patient. And then I'm looking at it as, this is just a test. It's just a test from above. How am I going to react? Am I going to say anything? Am I just going to let her go do it? As it turns out, she was on her third cup of cappuccino. and was talking nonstop and everything. And she finally went into the restroom, and then it was my turn. And I went up there, and it was the same gentleman I had talked to a couple of days ago. And I went, "You see this? I'm supposed to be a really nice person." But I just wanted to like say, seriously? You have to like run out of your car and get there. Oh, because I'm going to get in there in front of you. And a lot of people do that. There's a line. Oh, let me rush and get in front of you before the line. So maybe that wasn't difficult so much as annoying, but I did just,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, just gonna sit here and wait my turn. I'm just being tested. That's fine. This too shall pass. So I applaud you for your efforts to keep, and I do that. I do with like people who haven't bought yet, or they have reasons, or they just need more information or whatever. I try to see what it is so I can just get them through evaluating it and looking at it. And then if they say no, fine. But it's like you say, if they don't even know what it is, and John, you say, oh yeah, I wouldn't want that either.
Mm-hmm.
If it was like that. I felt, I found. You've heard of that?
Still felt found, sure.
Yeah, on there. So I try to incorporate that. But yeah, so that's mine. I applaud you guys. I'm going for lower hanging fruit right now.
Virginia, may I recommend to you that you go into the jail Facebook, because Linda Landry put up a 90-day challenge to just read the last chapter of As a Man Thinketh, Calmness.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. And I have it printed.
That was today.
I have it printed. I'm just going to grab it. And I listened to the Bob Proctor narration of that. And yeah, it's a great book. Did you see that, John? It's Bob Proctor doing the last chapter of As a Man Thinketh. And it's all about serenity and calmness. And Linda put in a challenge, I guess, did you say for 90 days, Missy? For us to read that last chapter. It's only a couple pages, 3-4 pages all the time.
Good stuff. Thank you. And I have not seen that. I have not been on Facebook. So I should go to Facebook more than once every other month. Okay. So I'll get on there. But thank you, Virginia. The low-hanging fruit is nice, but limited. And sometimes, I think we heard just yesterday or the day before, there was somebody, was it Catherine or somebody was talking about their father, or maybe it was Missy, maybe it was you, Virginia, and they had the guy, they never had a business relationship, but they're friends for 20 years. And then finally the guy said, you know what, I'll place the order. Was that on this call? Maybe. And I wound up buying $100,000 worth of the product, right? 20 years. So that's not low hanging fruit. Okay. So yeah, you got to have both. But yeah, I mean, if there is low hanging fruit, grab the fruit. My friend Ace Arman, he's not on here right now. He's a member here. You guys know Ace. He's on like this contract job, and he's kicking ass, and it's money. It's low hanging fruit. It's like, thousands of dollars a day, man. Grab the money. Now there's other things that he'd like to, pursue as well. And so, you just gotta, I guess, find the balance between, short term and long term. But thank you again, Virginia. Any other thoughts on this? Dealing with difficult people, and whether it's in the context of business or whatever. Any other thoughts on this? Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go to John Apogee. I was expecting to have a comment from John because he's got some experience in this area, right, John?
Well, I was just going to do a couple of quick anecdotes about being on the other side. And the first one is when I was in university, my roommate and I, we shared a 1-bedroom apartment. Oh. He had the bedroom, I had the dining room, and there was one door in, one door out. So one day, these two guys come to ring the doorbell, and they're there to pitch religion. And so I said, just a second. And I went and got Dan, and I said, Dan, it's for you. Figured I'd tie him up for a little bit. So Dan quickly realized what I had done, and he sat there and talked to the guys for like 2 hours. So I was trapped in this 1-bedroom apartment and couldn't get out. So I always thought that was really funny. My other story was, you mentioned solar sales. It was like, we used to get literally 4 people a week knocking on the door selling solar. Once we put solar in, none, zero. So I thought, maybe I should come up with these fake solar panels that you can sell to people. Because if you just put a couple on your roof, they
Right.
won't come by.
Right, right. Wow. That's a great idea. You know what? And I'm interested in solar. I don't know if I'm interested in taking 20 years to recover the cost. And how long do the panels even last? 25 years? That's it. But I'm in the Sunshine State now, which has less sunshine than the Grand Canyon State that I just came from. But there was a guy, listen to this, everybody. There was a guy who I know that had constant insurance salesman calling for life insurance. Okay. And he was constantly getting these cold calls. And then he wound up setting a time and just saying yes to all of them, all at the same time. Yeah, come to the house, meet me at 5 o'clock on Tuesday. And so at 5 o'clock on Tuesday, there's like 10 insurance salesmen that converge on the guy's house. And he walks outside and greets all the guys. He said, look, guys, you've been calling me forever. I figured I'd get you all here at the same time. When I die, my wife is going to grab a couple of the guys, the migrant workers down the street. They're going to dig a hole. They're going to throw me in. Done. All right. Thank you all. Now you can leave. And they were so pissed off, as you could imagine. But that was his way of dealing with it. Maybe a little bit more extreme than your fake solar panels, but effective nonetheless. So, all right, John Apogee. Anybody else? Anybody else? All right. So we're going to go ahead then and just be there, calm, like Virginia reminded us from James Allen, right? Experience that serenity. And with that serenity comes a bit of detachment, right? A bit of objectivity and not so, in it, right? But kind of above it, right? And then just confront what's happening. Oh, I see that. I see that, right? I don't know if any of you saw the movie Night at the Museum. It's a comedy with Ben Stiller, Robin Williams. There's this one scene, Robin Williams is portraying Theodore Roosevelt. Ben Stiller is the new watchman, the night watchman and the museum comes to life at night, right? But there's this monkey, this very mischievous monkey that's very difficult, right? And he's stealing keys and he's going crazy. And there's this one scene that I remember where the monkey slaps Ben Stiller and Ben Stiller slaps him back and they're slapping each other, right? And the Robin Williams character says, who's evolved? Who's evolved? Right? So basically instructing the Ben Stiller character to, be bigger than the monkey, right? Go be evolved, right? Don't slap him back. Anyway, love you guys. Have a great day. I'll see you all. Wait, what do we have on the calendar today? We do have nothing more today here in this group. We do have on Thursdays, every other Thursday now, and today's not one of them, okay, but Life and Business Tools with Adrian Garner. So that will resume on the 3rd. Okay. Also, one other thing I'll just say is that England is doing the daylight thing, daylight time, BST, British summertime. Is that now? Is that very soon? When is that, Mandy? Is that?
I have no idea, but if it happens, it's a Sunday night, Saturday night, Sunday morning.
Right.
I don't think it's yet. I think it's end of March, but.
Oh, end of March. Okay. Well, we're doing daylight time here in the States on the 13th.
The 13th. Well, maybe it's a weekend and I don't know.
Yeah. So just so you guys just get ready. 13th. And then, Australia is going to do their thing. And everybody, the calendar is going to be erect. Okay. So
that'll be a new experience for you, John.
What's that?
That'll be a new experience for you, changing clocks.
Yeah. Well, I guess all automatic. The experience living in Arizona has always been everybody else's clocks are changing, mine are not. So now everything's screwed up. So now I just get to go with the flow. Everybody's clocks are changing here in the United States, except for Arizona and Hawaii. Anyway, yes, paradigm shift for sure. One other thing I'll say is that we will be in Gainesville on the 13th for the finals of the NHRA Gator Nationals. So anybody who's in Florida who likes drag racing, the most extreme nitromethane rocket cars, man, we'll be there. We'll be there. We got tickets. So I don't know if we can get John out this way, but yeah, Gator Nationals.